I would like to tell you about basic information of Japan which help you to understand the current status, culture and history easier. Page 1. These are 3 heads and 3 tails of Japanese bills. There are 4 kinds of bills in Japan. They are the bill of 10,000 yens, 5,000 yens, and 1,000 yens. The bills for 2,000 yens don't go into circulation sufficiently. So, we can't see them constantly. Page 2. These are 6 heads and 6 tails of Japanese coins. There are 6 kinds of coins in Japan. They are the coin of 1 yen, 5 yens, 10 yens, 50 yens, 100 yens, and 500 yens. Page 3. When you need to get cash of Japanese yens, just visit an ATM in the 7-Eleven convenience store. Page 4 and 5. Like Englishmen did in the Age of Discovery, now we Japanese put the country of Japan in the center of a world atlas. Page 6. As you know, Japan is a small country. The nation's capital, Tokyo, lies at 140 degrees east longitude on a line with New Guinea and Central Australia and 36 degrees north latitude about the same as Tehran, Strait of Gibraltar, and the Grand Canyon. And if you put Japan in the continent of North America, you can imagine the location and the size of Japan. Page 7. This is the case of in the continent of Europe. Page 8. This is the case of in the Middle East area. Page 9. This is a chart of an area, a population density, and an area of the exclusive economic zone of the countries. Japan's land area of about 380 square kilometer, 1/25 of that of China and USA. And it is 1/20th of Australia. And the population is 5.7 times of Australia. So, the Japanese population density per 1 square kilometer is 333 persons while that of Australia is only 3 persons. That of Canada is almost same as Australia, and that of USA is 32 persons. Page 10. Japan's land area is the 60th of the world, but the area included the exclusive economic zone is the 6th, because Japan is surrounded by the sea. Page 11-1. One of the main religious distribution maps shows that Japan is included in the area of Buddhism. However, the principal religions in Japan are Shinto, Buddhism, and Christianity. The Japanese have long been quite tolerant of various religions. It is not unnatural for the same family to use Shinto rites to celebrate the birth of a child, Christian rites to get married and Buddhist rites when conducting a funeral. Page 11-2. If you add up all the numbers of the Japanese who claim to have faith in Buddhism, Shinto, Christianity or other religions, the total will be more than double the Japanese population. It may sound strange to hear this, but there is a practical reason. Page 12. Although Japan's considerable north-south length extends from the subfrigid zone to the subtropical zone, most of the country lies in the temperate zone and enjoys a moderate, oceanic type of climate with 4 distinct seasons. Still, the climate differs remarkably from region to region owing to the effects of the complex topography and varying ocean currents. Page 13. Yearly precipitation in Japan is about 1,700 millimeters. It is twice of the world's average. But because falling rain runs through down on a rapid descent river to the sea, it is difficult to maintain the volume of water consumption. Page 14, 15 and 16. Why did old Japanese rely on fishing industry? Why so many fishes inhabit around Japan? Because several kinds of ocean currents flow surrounding Japan. They are Tsushima warm current, Kuroshio warm current, Kishima cold current, and Riman cold current. The places where a warm current and a cold current hit each other are very rare case in the world. Therefore, Japan is rich in marine resources and one of the most prospered countries of the fishing industry in the world. Page 17-1. Name of the country and its notation. The Japanese refer to their country as Nippon, or Nihon. These two names have their origin in the words "place from where the sun rises" used by Prince Shotoku, an early 7th century Japanese ruler, to designate his country in a letter he sent to China. The meaning of "place from where the sun rises" was translated into a pair of Chinese characters that came to be used to indicate the name of the country in writing. Page 17-2. At first the characters were read in the Japanese way as Yamato, Nippon, and Nihon used today were adopted in the Nara period. At present, both readings are in common use. There is no general rule, legal or otherwise, for deciding which to use. However, Nippon is used, for example, at international sporting events and on postage stamps. Japan has been chosen as the formal name designating the country in the English language. Page 18-1. National Flag. The national flag of Japan is called the Hinomaru or the Nisshoki. Both words mean the flag of the rising sun. The sun is represented by a red circle at the center of a white field. The design had been used on shrine flag and banners before being adapted to a flag for indicating the nationality of Japanese ships in the 16th century. Page 18-2. So well did the flag match the name of the country meaning "place from where the sun rises" that it was formally designated as the national flag for on merchant ships in 1870. It became Japan's national flag by law in 1999. Page 19-1. Writing system. Japanese is written in three main ways. They are kanji, hiragana and katakana. Roman letters are also used, but to a much lesser extent. Kanji are the Chinese ideographs or characters on which the Japanese writing system is based. Each kanji is a symbol for a concept and is used for writing content words. Hiragana are cursive phonetic characters simplified from kanji. They are mainly used in combination with kanji. Katakana are angular phonetic characters simplified from kanji. They are mainly used for writing foreign words. Page 19-2. All three types of Japanese characters are designed to be written in vertical lines, though they can also be written horizontally. When written vertically, the first line comes on the right of the page and succeeding lines follow it to the left. Page 20. Samples of books written vertically and horizontally. Years ago, almost all writing was vertical, but the horizontal style has gradually become more popular since it is more adaptable to inclusion of Arabic numerals and passages in foreign languages, and business documents are also generally written horizontally. From the reader's point of view, however, vertically written sentences are easier to read, and for this reason most newspapers, magazines, and popular books are printed in this style. Page 21-1. The view of nature of Japanese people. The Japanese have internalized the rich blessings of nature and approach it with respect, gratefulness, and harmony. The traditional faith of Japan is animism and nature worship, and there was no great resistance to Buddhism. Page 21-2. The base of Japanese culture. The culture appears after the emergence of an agrarian society. Agrarian societies are said to have emerged in the various regions of the world between 8000 and 3500 BC. By comparison, agrarian society in Japan is said to have begun with the Edo period starting in 300 BC. By the use of radiocarbon dating, it was recently determined that irrigated paddy farming was introduced to Japan around 950 BC. Page 22-1. While development of rice cultivation provided the foundation for the formation of the ancient nation of Japan, it was also a deciding factor in shaping group consciousness and other special characteristics of Japanese ethnicity. Most of the Japanese archipelago falls in the temperate monsoon belt and so is ideally situated for irrigated paddy farming. Rice cultivation in Japan requires farming villagers to cooperate in planting and harvesting during specific time frames. Page 22-2. And the allocation of irrigation water to the paddies requires good organization village-wide. This village aspect of ancient life has amplified the importance of the group in daily life, whether at work or at play, and has fostered the attitude towards study, strict punctuality, and other characteristics particular to the Japanese. Although initially imported, this culture based on rice cultivation has become part of the very fiber of the Japanese identity and makes up part of a uniquely Japanese culture. Page 23-1. According to the oldest Japanese history book still in existence, the first emperor assumed the imperial throne in the year 660 BC based on more objective historical facts. However, the earliest date for which the existence of an emperor can be confirmed is somewhere in the 4th or 5th century AD. After the introduction of the Chinese-type legal system in the 7th century, the emperor did for a time actually govern in his own right. Page 23-2. For a period of about 1,000 years beginning in the 9th century, the country was under the control of the nobility and their successors, the warrior class. However, at no point in history did the actual power holder overthrow the emperor and assume the imperial throne. Rather, the rulers of the time based their governments on the sovereign right conferred upon them by the emperor. Page 23-3. The Imperial Household Act currently specifies that the person ascending to the imperial throne must be a male who is a descendant from the emperor through a line of males. Page 24. This is the family tree of the imperial family.